Fundamental 17, racket swing, flat, low to high, and high to low. There are three basic motions of the racket face as it approaches ball contact. The racket face can be rising, which is referred to as low to high swing. The racket face can be traveling parallel to the ground, which is referred to as flat swing, or the racket face can be falling, which is referred to as a slice, backspin, or underspin shot. It could also be referred to as a high to low swing, but seldom is. Low to high is like this. As you're stroking through the ball, the racket's rising. I'm exaggerating a little bit. It's not rising quite that fast, but I want to make sure you see that the racket's rising as I get to ball contact. On forehand's about here. Backhand, same thing. Low to high, ball contact here. You can see the racket is rising. Neutral. If you're doing a flat swing, it's fairly flat. Your racket swing is in roughly a horizontal plane. And the same thing on the backhand. And then there's the high to low. So if you're slicing it, you basically high to low, slice, backhand slice, high to low. Flat swing is difficult because the angle of the racket face largely controls how high the ball goes over the net. And when you hit the ball hard, that angle has to be precise for the ball to clear the net but also land in the opponent's court. The flat swing is mostly used close to the net when the ball is significantly higher than the top of the net. The two other swings require less precision due to the ball spin caused by the low to high or high to low motion of the racket face. The low to high motion of the racket face at ball contact causes the top of the ball to rotate toward the net, hence the name topspin. The fuzz on the ball drags air over the top of the ball, which collides with the air moving over the top of the ball as it travels toward your opponent, causing a pressure increase above the ball. And this increased pressure pushes the ball down toward the ground during its entire flight, helping keep the ball from going long. So basically, if you hit the ball with topspin, the ball rotating in this direction causes the air to be pulled over the top of the ball because the fuzz has got a lot of air resistance, so that spin causes air to be pulled over the ball. Now as the ball's traveling this direction, there's air here, so there's, relatively speaking, the air is like, it's like the air is going over the top. So the air that's coming over the top of the ball is colliding with the air that's being pulled over the top of the ball from behind. Those two air forces increase the pressure on the ball, and that pushes it down. And that's throughout the entire arc of the ball. So that brings the ball in closer to the net than if it's a flat stroke, and that's a huge advantage. To compare a low to high swing with a flat swing, if you hit the ball from the baseline with a flat swing and it just clears the net and just lands inside the baseline, you hit the ball with the same force but with the low to high swing to generate topspin, you can hit the ball higher over the net and it will still land in. How much higher over the net? Depending on how much topspin you generate. And obviously, if you're not aiming just to get it just over the net, but it's over 2 or 3 or 4 feet over the net, if you make a slight error, or even a fairly large error, you still aren't going to hit the net. So it's a huge advantage of the topspin. The last swing motion, the slice, which is a high to low motion of the racket face, requires less precision than a flat swing for similar reasons. But in this case, because the high to low motion of the racket face at ball contact causes the underside of the ball to rotate toward the net, hence the name underspin. It's also called backspin because if there is enough backspin on the ball, it will actually bounce back toward the net rather than forward toward the baseline. In this case, the fuzz on the ball drags air under the ball, which collides with the air moving under the ball as it travels toward your opponent, causing a pressure increase below the ball. And this increased pressure pushes the ball upward during its entire flight. So, as this thing is spinning underspin, the underside of the ball is as it's going toward the net. That pulls air underneath, hits the air coming this way, relatively speaking. I mean, the air is not moving, but in terms of the ball, it's as if the air were moving. So those two air streams collide, increase the pressure, and so the thing stays in the air longer. So the thing that keeps it from going long is that backspin. It's just like topspin, actually slows down the ball down a bit in addition to causing a topspin to cause it to come in quicker. It also slows it down a bit. Same thing with underspin, that slows it down a bit. But you can hit an underspin, a slice shot, fairly low to the net and not make an error so much because it's not arcing. It's a fairly flat shot. So as long as you have it a foot or two over the net, you've got a good chance of not hitting the net. To compare a high to low swing with a flat swing, if you hit the ball from the baseline with a flat swing and it just clears the net and just lands inside the baseline, if you hit the ball with the same force but with a high to low swing to generate underspin, you can hit the ball lower over the net and it will still land in. How much lower over the net? Depending on how much underspin you generate. Using spin will typically reduce errors in your ground stroke.